Hi everyone! For those who don't know me, I'm Gemma, I'm 27 years old and I'm an adult ballet dancer. All that means is I started dancing recreationally a year and a half ago and now I just do as much ballet as I possibly can. I'm currently taking a minimum of 4 classes a week. I did a show in December and I'm currently rehearsing for another show that I'm doing in March. And I just sort of created this channel to show that there's still plenty of opportunities for adults who want to do ballet to give it a go and to try it out. It doesn't matter how flexible you are, what your technique's like, it doesn't matter what your background in doing dance as a kid was. It's never too late, and this vlog is a week in my life of dancing and it just happens to be a bit busier than normal. We are in full-on rehearsals for a ballet production that I'm doing in March. It's a full-length ballet and I'm just in the corps. Rather than being adults taking part, most of them are sort of 15-year-olds who spend all their free time dancing, and they are way better than me. Only in my late 20s, but if you want to feel old, just sit in a room with a bunch of 13-year-olds for a couple of hours and you will feel really mature and really grown up. And because I had missed rehearsals, they learnt several dances that I didn't know, and one of them is a petit allegro and it is ridiculously quick. Just stood at the back and filmed their feet on one run through, and then the following day I just got out and wrote in my notebook all what everybody was doing, what we're doing with our feet, what we're doing with our arms, what way we were facing. So I've got about 8 pages of notes, and then I go through it and it's a 30-second chunk that I didn't get, and it took me almost 2 hours in my own time practising to get that. You can freeze frame it, and there's just some points where everybody's feet are in a different position. You know, some people are in third, some people are in fifth, some people are up in the air, some people have got one leg out to the side. It's quite amusing. But yeah, we still got another couple of months to iron out all the problems, and I really can't be criticising anybody. I'm the worst of the bunch. I've got the rest of the dance, which I've sort of got a hang of, and then the rest of the ballet to sort out as well. My gym is really good. If nobody's using the studios in the gym, you can go in and use them. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I will be practising tonight on my own in the gym. I've got a full day of rehearsals tomorrow, which is Sunday, and I should have my regular ballet classes Monday and Wednesday evenings. I think I've got a show rehearsal on Tuesday evening, and then I might try and fit a few Pilates and barre classes in, and I'll try and remember to vlog. Right, I've just come out of practice, so word of advice, don't try doing allegro straight after eating your dinner. I did a bit of advanced foundation barre to warm up with before I started doing anything, just because that's my favourite music out of a lot of the bars that we do. Practiced one of the dances from the show that I thought I knew, and I do know it, but it's so bloody quick that I'm still not doing it right, if that makes sense. So I know what the steps are, but sometimes it's just so quick my legs get in a muddle or I forget an arm or something. And then the other dance, the finale, that I don't really know, I'm probably about 75% there now, and my brain just sort of gave up and didn't really care anymore, so stop doing that. Tried practising my pirouettes. They weren't happening today either. But my ballet shoes and my feet are absolutely disgusting at the moment. My feet have got blisters and calluses on them. They're bad because I haven't really been doing any foot maintenance on them. But then they're also bad because I've been doing a lot of barre. That's all barefoot. Yeah, so a lot of the things that we do yeah, involve rubbing my foot on the floor, and my foot's obviously had enough of it and it's like, right, I'm going to toughen up. I'll put some thick dead skin on there instead. I've got a busy day tomorrow. I've got 6 hours of rehearsals. We've got people aged 7 to 30 in the show, so I'm obviously up at the top end of that. But we had grade 1 and grade 2 practising with us last week. Oh, I'm not ready to be around 37-year-olds. I say, we'll see how tolerant I am tomorrow. I missed the end of last week's rehearsal because I had to go to work, so I know there is a new dance that they're working on. I can be there while they're learning the dance, because trying to pick it up afterwards is really difficult. I don't think my arm's really long enough for this. It is Sunday morning. I'm just heading off to 6 hours of show rehearsals now. Yeah, rehearsals start at 11. It's 10:30 now, so I should probably get a move on. It's absolutely freezing this morning. It's so frosty out. Cars all iced up. And the studios are normally absolutely freezing. I mean, it's great when you're dancing because you stay nice and cool. But yeah, when you're having a rest or they're doing bits of the dance that you're not in, it's really, really, really cold. I just like having my own, really. So that's 6 hours of ballet rehearsals over and done with. It's absolutely freezing today. I might have said that earlier, but the studios were also freezing. It sort of got to the stage we had a break for lunch and we went out into the town centre, and you really couldn't feel the temperature difference between inside the studio and outside the studio. So me and my friend Michelle, we went and got a hot chocolate in Costa to warm up for an hour. It was actually a really good rehearsal. I learned 2 new dances. I'm not in the entire dance, but I've learnt the bits that I am in. And we managed to do a whole run through of Act 1. And we got hard shots taken after 6 hours of rehearsal, so I'm sure that's going to look brilliant too. It's now Tuesday evening because I couldn't be bothered to turn my camera on yesterday. So yesterday I did my regular 2 ballet classes. We did a lot of work with our calves. We did a lot of releves and fondus on demi-point. Oh, and a lot of jumping as well. But funnily enough, my calves don't hurt that much. I've done something with my shoulder. Don't know why. I think it might just be wearing a sports bra all day on Sunday and just having that like compression and being sucked in all day. I think that might have put some tension in my shoulder. Today, Tuesday, I was supposed to go to a show rehearsal, and okay, hands up, main reason I didn't go is because I'm a lazy little sod. It's an hour-long rehearsal, and driving there takes 35 minutes if there's no traffic. There is currently roadworks all the way along the main road. I got stuck in that, a mile worth of that, for about 20 minutes yesterday, and I didn't feel like spending that long in the car for that little time rehearsal. So I thought, no, I'd rather go to the gym. That's 5 minutes from my house if there is traffic. So I did a barre class instead. Sorry, Jack. That's the ballet teacher choreographing the show. He might think otherwise. We did a lot of work on our calves again today, so I'm quite surprised that they're not aching. But the thing I'm most excited about happened on Sunday night. I have a lot of trouble sleeping at the moment. Once I'm asleep I'm fine, but I can't get to sleep. So I did what any sane person would do. I decided to stretch out my hamstrings, and then I got back into bed, and I don't know, I think I had an itch on my foot or something, but I leant forward and I noticed that my head could go on my knees. I thought, oh, I've either got my legs bent or it's because I'm in a comfy bed and it's in a funny position and I'm not actually doing it properly. So I got out of bed and I can actually sit on the floor, legs straight out in front of me, and I can bend over and touch my head on my knees. Now, that may not sound particularly impressive to somebody, and when I show you a picture of me doing it, because obviously I filmed myself doing it as well because I couldn't believe it, it doesn't look that impressive, but I am so inflexible and my hamstrings are so, I don't know if they're tight or short or I'm just useless at flexibility or what, but normally when we lean forward I have trouble grabbing onto my calves, and I had my hands wrapped around the bottom of my feet and my head was on my knees. My body was still miles away, and I think I was more using like the flexibility of my neck to get my head down, but it was miles beyond what I'm used to doing. So I'm going to try and start doing a regular stretching every day, either before bed or when I wake up, depending on how I feel. But it's nice to know that my body is capable of doing more than I thought it would, and I didn't expect to see that much progress in that little amount of time. Wednesday night's my regular ballet and contemporary class, and I've got an extra shift to do tomorrow, so that'll be fun, so I might be a bit knackered by the time I get around to that. I also just thought, I've got another few thoughts about what we did on Monday. We did a couple of double pirouettes and we were working on petit allegro, so I think I'm getting much better at beats, and I can do entrechats, which I'm pretty pleased with. But for some reason I can't do a sun blaze. My legs just decide, no, my legs are just tired, and they just go, no, can't bother to do that. So they do the swish and they do the land together, but they won't bother to get my feet together in the air, and I can't quite work out what I need to tell my brain to do to get it to work properly. I don't understand my feet. I've missed a few days vlogging because I forgot to take my camera with me when I went out. It's now Friday evening and I'm about to go swimming. Wednesday I had my usual contemporary and ballet class. I seem to have lost my flow with contemporary at the moment. I'm just not getting it. My dance teacher was also in a funny mood and we were doing pony steps and backward monkeys. Yeah, we were just in a sort of slightly delirious, overly tired sort of mood. And then we had ballet, and there were only 12 of us in the studio, but it just seemed really, really packed, and we were trying to learn Allegro 6 from Advanced Foundation. It's a boys Allegro, and it really travels, and we don't have the space in our studio to do it, so we were trying to do it in groups of 4, and we were still sort of running into each other and jumping on each other, and I think it'll be a really nice dance once we get it down, but at the moment we're all getting a bit confused and it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy. And I say I've got the DVDs and I can watch the teenage boys doing it absolutely perfectly, and then you watch us doing it and you go, ooh, But that was really enjoyable. Had Thursday off, so Thursday morning my mum used a guest passing home to the gym with me and we went swimming. And I actually used the outdoor pool for the first time in probably a couple of months, and it's just, I think I've said it before, I love swimming outside. It's one of my favourite things to do. It's just so relaxing when there's nobody else out there. It's just nice and calm. You're warm, you're outside, you're being active. Yeah, just thoroughly enjoyed it. And then in the evening I did barre class. This week's been quite good, dancing wise. I've done a lot of it. I've done a lot more dancing than normal because of rehearsals and practice on my own. But I've done slightly less other exercise than I would have done. I'm getting back into swimming, so that's good, that's a positive. I haven't done any Pilates classes this week. I have been keeping up with my stretching though. I did stretching yesterday and on Wednesday, and I'll do some tonight when I get home from swimming as well. So I'll see if there's any improvement with that. So there you go, that's another week, another glimpse into what's available for adults to do dancing wise. Once again, not professional, not close to it, not particularly brilliant, but there are just a lot of opportunities near where I live to dance, so I'm taking full advantage of them. See you soon.